Welcome. You know what time it is. Nomtombout radio. Back in the place to be. One more time, man. It is Wednesday. I know you probably eating your cookies and your milk. Maybe a ham sandwich that your mother made with just tomato and lettuce. It's the driest sandwich ever. It's never going all the way down your esophagus. My name is Six.
Yes, and I'm Vibe One. How y'all doing? Peace and love. Shout out once again to everybody on my KY side. Covington, Newport, Erlanger, Florence, Burlington, Bellevue, Campbell County, Highland Heights, all surrounding areas. Definitely peace and love to everybody in the Natty. One love, let's get it popping. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to all the pretty girls with low self-esteem. You like finding a piece of gold in the streets. You like, oh my God, she don't even know she looked like this. They damaged her so bad in elementary, she don't even know she looked like this.
Boy.
Yeah, man. You ever found a gem like that? I don't know if you
Yeah. I can't name no name, but definitely. I know some people that it's crazy. It's crazy though. But I don't know, it could stem from things prior to becoming socially active or aware, like in high school.
Elementary is when people start pointing out your flaws. You be like, hold up,
Yeah.
my family loves this. What you talking about?
But you can see,
And it fully bloomed in like high school.
what it is. I think a lot of times it's like when, and speaking of, I'm a dude, so I'm a heterosexual dude, so I'm speaking about women. It could be I know girls who like were developed early on, and then maybe their hair didn't catch up just yet.
Their hair didn't catch up to their body.
So and they might have not, they might not have the newest gear or whatever, but they had the body. So, and they might have wanted the fit in or whatever the case may be, and then so whatever attention that they got, bad or good, they was looking for it. They was looking for that attention, and then some of the best years of their lives early, just getting misused.
You might not even know you got a flaw, man. But if you start going to elementary school, especially public school, your flaws is gonna be put out there on the floor, man. That's part of just growing up, man. I don't know what that's about, but
or it could really not even be a flaw. It could be the person that's trying to throw something at you.
Yeah, they got a flaw.
Feeling a certain way about themselves.
Yeah. But like, it's really the first time you deal with like open criticism where you just like, man, hold up.
Right.
What's really going on, man? Yeah, man. So if you can find a girl who just like, oh man, it's traumatic. It's not like, it's a lot of things that could sway the way you feel about yourself that young.
Yeah.
Maybe she got told she was ugly by an older brother that maybe she really liked. So his input is a lot on her. It could come from anywhere.
I know that you have a family full of, and you got to go back in years to have this particular, it may still go on, but I know way back in the day, and I'm talking about before my time, you can have a family full of light-skinned, light-skinned to fair-skinned women, girls, and then have one brown-skinned girl, and then that brown-skinned girl feel like the ugly duckling or the one who's left out or feeling a certain kind of way. And then from that, possibly feeling like, and from her perspective, feeling like the family always was dogging her, or family was always ragging on her or whatever. But from the other people in the family, they may feel like, we or I never felt like I dissed you or made you feel any kind of way.
And to that person, they don't see how you could not see it different, because they see it so different, man. I've seen that before, where like it was 3 light-skinned kids and a dark-skinned kid, and the kid felt a certain way about how the mom treated all the other kids, because like things the mom really might not be paying attention to. That one kid who already feel left out is paying attention to all that. Because as humans, we just want to belong to something, especially our families.
Exactly.
And you don't even look like them, so it's like, man, hey, you got an identity crisis real young.
Yeah.
That's traumatizing.
Yep. You can have somebody you can have a child in the family. This has nothing to do with like skin color, the way that person looks or anything, but this might have a child that seems to always have everything together, keeps the room neat, does their work in school, whether they're struggling in school or not, they're always giving their best effort. And then the parent or parents don't necessarily focus on that child as much because they feel like, okay, I got this child where I need this child to be. They're going on, now let me get over here and focus on such and such. And then that child feels like, hey, hold up though. Like, and feel like their actions are going unnoticed, or their behavior or their accomplishments or whatever the case may be is going unnoticed or unrewarded, and then grow up in life and have a certain issue with that parent or parents based off of that. And then I know of cases where that has gone on, and then the parent has been on their deathbed, and then the child has had the conversation with the parent. Like, I felt all my life like this, that, and that, you know, this, that, and that, and the other was going on. I felt I was hurt by this when you acted, when you said this, or the response I got, or how I felt. And then the parent was like, they were sorry. Of course, they always felt like that person, like I said, I always felt like that person was okay and had their head on straight.
So I wasn't really worried about you.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about you. I loved you like I loved everybody else, but I felt like I had to keep my eye on these ones, because these ones was getting in trouble, or these ones was low self-esteem, or whatever the case may be. That's that
comparison mind state again. You never really win in a comparison mind state, because you're so focused on other people's come up, other people's productivity. Like, man, that you just, it's like the grass. I heard this thing about they say the grass is greener on the other side. It's just like, it's not. You just so busy watching other people's grass, you're not watering your own.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
man, that's that comparison.
The sooner in life you figure that part out, you'll be good. Like, even if you struggle with other things or whatever going, you would never have that. You'll have it in a little bit, but you'll never have those self-esteem issues once you figure that out. Like, the grass ain't always greener, you know what I mean, on the other side. And I'm thankful that I learned that early, because it was a early, especially like in not middle school, but what's the one right before high school?
Like your 7th,
not
6th
middle,
and 7th grade.
7th, 8th grade. I learned that.
Yeah, 7th, 8th.
Yeah, like around 8th grade.
Intermediate type school, or something like that.
I can't believe I'm drawing a blank as to what it's junior high.
Whoa.
Junior high.
Whoa, how dare we both miss that?
Yeah.
Like that. That's What junior high you go to?
Junior high. I went to Holmes High School Junior High.
Really?
And with us, with Holmes, it was all connected. So you were a junior high student, but you was at the high school.
Yeah.
So everybody still was all intermingling and all that stuff like that. You just knew your classes was like junior high classes. And on one hand, I was cool because I played basketball, so and I was really good, so I was able to focus on that. But what ended up becoming the thing for me to get over was not realizing that the politics. You know, you got like you got your coaches or whatever. Then you have the boosters, And at that time, I didn't realize how important the boosters were to high school athletics and different decisions that get made or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. The person paying for the jersey is definitely gonna be like, my kid is starting.
Yo,
we had that happen at I went to junior high at Jacob Center.
Okay.
But at Hughes, it definitely happened. It was just like my junior year. One of the star basketball players was in my homeroom. Well, we had homes, but we traveled around together until it came to like foreign language and stuff like that.
Right.
But his parent wasn't a booster. But his dad was actually dating the gym teacher.
Oh wait.
Because we had a female gym teacher, just to make that clear.
Right.
So, I was like, whoa, this story is getting to the plot quick. Hey, man. But yeah, like, so he started at first, but then the boosters came in and none of the starting team was starting anymore. It was the people who was paying for jerseys and stuff.
Bruh.
And that,
at my school, this is what's crazy. This is what I had. This is the thing I had to deal with, like coming from a 2-part, maybe even a 3-part scenario was in 8th grade. Everybody that I played with in 8th grade, right? I was the MVP of the season, and MVP of the team, like MVP of the league for the season, MVP of my team, and MVP of the tournament when we won the tournament, right? We won the championship. I had coaches coming to me, varsity coaches, saying they want me to come play varsity next year as a freshman. So in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, let's get it on. Because mind you, I was a year behind. So I was actually supposed to be a freshman. So the next year going into my freshman year, I'm thinking, cool, I'll just go ahead and play varsity. Because I would have been playing varsity. I would have been playing up there anyway because I'd have supposed to have been in the 10th grade. There was a guy on the team. There was 2 guys on the team. One was a couple years ahead of me, grade-wise. And then one was right in the same grade as me. Both of them great athletes, right? One was a better hooper than the other one. But the one that would be in direct competition with me in terms of being a point guard, he was a dog. You know what I'm saying? He was a dog. He was quick. He was probably about 3 inches taller than me. Muscular dude. He played football. So football season was going. Hoop practice already start. I'm giving everybody the business doing practice. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving everybody the business like it ain't even nothing going. It ain't no doubt that I'm giving everybody the business, period. Football season ends. Now, the older brother was the running back. The younger brother, which had the same position as me, was he was the quarterback. They come in November, start practicing. Now, ain't nothing changed for me. Like, him sticking me, ain't nothing changed. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to, the one older brother was going to start regardless because he had already been playing and he was the shooting guard, so he's supposed to, he was going to be starting. They just automatically just started both of them because they was brothers, and they had another brother that went to a rival school, and it was going to be a big deal once we had these rival games. Like, they almost had all 3 of them, but the one brother, the oldest brother, left because he didn't like the school or whatever. So it was going to be the big deal in the papers and all the stuff like that. We had 2 sets of guys that were brothers on each team by the time I was in the 10th grade. So that was going to be the news catcher. Like, you got these, I won't say their names. Everybody would know. Everybody from COV know who it is. And so you had that, right? So you had me doing the job, clearly the best at that position, should be starting, but you don't start me. You have me come off the bench. So as a freshman, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm getting my minutes. I'm getting busy, whatever the case may be. But it went over into the next season. So now I'm like, dang, should I had even jumped up and went varsity because over.
But should you get to like pick your players if you giving directly to the team, man? You should be able to pull a couple strings to get whoever you want to play. But like, I know when I went to school, they was jeopardizing the game for the sake of just like, nah, but my kid is gonna play because I gave such and such to the team. There was a lot of kids that was just playing just because that was their way in. The boosters.
Man, exactly. And then, so from the booster standpoint, and the only reason I know this is because the coach told me this. You know what I'm saying? So
told you that you wasn't playing because
no, he told me. Yeah, he told me the truth. Now at the end of my freshman season, we you come back, you turn back the uniforms and stuff. The coach called me back to the office and was like, "Listen, first of all, I want to apologize to you. You should have been starting this past season. I didn't start you." Because now, mind you, when I was in elementary, this varsity coach was coming to see me play, watching me at games and stuff, right?
He might have been getting some money then.
So he told me like, the people on the boosters wanted to see what kind of coverage we can get news-wise with having the brothers playing. You got the two named brothers. It was a draw, and then it was battling against the other brother from the other school. It was a big draw, or whatever the case may be. He said, "But I apologize. Next year, you will be starting." Now, you got the boosters. That's my issue. Me doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I still don't get to play. And then the third issue is these dudes, I'm related to them, so I gotta make sure it don't cause no friction between me and them. My ego or being hurt because the coach is telling them you get to play. It ain't like they just jumping in and playing. Coach tell me to play, I'm gonna go play. You know what I'm saying? And then there was times where they would try to make a case, hey, like
money.
It should be both of us or something like that. But it was just like it was crazy. So
the money always gonna move everything.
The coach that said he was gonna play me
everything,
bro. The coach that said he was all right. Next year you starting. That summer he retires. They get another coach to come in the next year, same last name as the other coach, not related at all, and then he keeps the same thing going. But there was times when you had to play. I got playing time, but you had to play me or whatever, and then I would show out, like not show off, but show out.
Yeah.
And it was undeniable, like.
Basically, man,
USA Today was
not a fair place, man.
Who?
High school is not a fair place.
Life itself.
That's when you start. That's when you start learning that, like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Get back to that point. That's when I was like, boom. All right. I was able to hone in on that, and then realize to try to control what you can control, and not let your self-esteem be shot to hell by the actions and doings of other people, especially grown people.
Yeah.
When you a child, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I learned that then. From ninth, eighth, not really eighth grade, because eighth grade was cool, but ninth grade, I was just like, you talking about getting punched in the gut, like, just like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's when you first learn about heartbreak. You're gonna learn about it somewhere. It might be with a girl, it might be with a sport, it might be anything.
Yeah.
But, man, high school is just school and period. School period. I say the most impressionable years, of course, is like the elementary up until the 7th, and then it started just getting real. Mm-hmm. You remember selling candy for school? Mm-hmm. The pimps, they pimped us so hard. I wonder what those programs are set up like. Like, we probably can look it up on the internet somewhere. Like, they just had the whole school selling candy. I used to be one of the highest sellers too. So like, when I went to Pleasant Hill over in College Hill, and we was selling. It was like candy. They give you those books. They come around with the books and it's such pimpery. Mm-hmm. It's pure pimpery, man. They come around with the books full of stuff that you can order. They tell everybody to take one home, sell candy to whoever you know. The people give you the money for the candy. You come turn it in. A couple weeks later, the candy comes, and then you pass it out to whoever bought the candy. Mm-hmm. So like, this is like 4th grade or something like that. Books come out, but the prize is what really gas you up to be the best salesman you can be as a 7-year-old or however old you are. So it was like third prize was a bike. They was giving away 2 bikes, so it was 2 third prize places. Second was like I want to say like $100. Was it something crazy like? I want to say it was a gift card to Johnny's Toys for a ridiculous amount. Like maybe like $500 or something like that. And then the top prize, I think the second prize was really better than all of the prizes, but the top prize, number 1 prize, was like 5 winners, and it was you got to go to Discovery Zone in a limo. But first we went to Ponderosa.
Oh man,
it was all types of for a fat kid.
Right.
We're going where, and then we're going where? What? Oh, bruh. I was like one of the top sellers, so I got to go on. I got to go to Ponderosa. Ponderosa is it's not real food. You ever had it?
Yeah, I don't remember it though.
It don't taste like different foods. It just tastes like different amounts of salt. You be like, that's less salty than the last thing that was salty.
Yeah. It's crazy because I was always, first of all, when it came to selling and doing that, I was always mediocre. Because I was like, I'm not about to bust my butt. And then I don't get the return.
You must not cared about them prizes, man.
And ours wasn't prize. It was like to get gym shoes or something like that. But what I ended up finding out by way of playing sports was that once I got into, when you win like the district tournament, you get a certain amount of money to your school.
To your school.
When you win the regionals, you get a certain amount of money, and you get to state. However far you get in state, you get money. So, all right, this money's coming to the school. Now, this much need to be allocated to the team that got you this money. And so they start paying. We started getting stuff. We started getting our gym shoes and all that stuff paid for because we were winning.
Yeah.
So after 9th grade, it wasn't no more selling stuff to get gym shoes and all that stuff like that. So it became a different thing. Like
you end up working harder.
Yeah.
To get paid. Like, man, hey, these schools is crazy. And then they of course, elementary, junior high, and high schools don't want to pay students to play. I think if you go on varsity in high school, man, you deserve like a stipend. Cause you pretty much a fundraiser.
Definitely.
You definitely like
serious, man.
You bringing attention to the sports is usually what, for a lot of schools, especially around here, the sports is what's gonna make the school stand out. You hear about, the Bulldogs did Hughes last night. We was always losing, man. We'd kill you in an academic bowl, but our sports wasn't that tight, man. That's cause
Bro, through high school basketball, the first time I ever signed an autograph.
Really?
The first time, and then like being on a bus, coming from our hotel to the stadium when we was in the state tournament, getting escorted by the police.
Yeah.
Going through all the lights. You couldn't tell us that. We like, yeah. So we pulled it up, you know what I'm saying? They got it's different high school, the kids is just out, fans, they got them poster boards and all stuff. Blowing kisses and stuff. I'm like, oh man, people flipping up their shirts. I mean, all kind of crowd. I'm like, they crazy. I was like, hey, big basketball, big there in the state of Kentucky. I was like, I see, and it's just like, it's some little. I don't know the little. Of course, I don't know who the little kid was. But they was like, they wanted hi, my son wanted to know if he can get your autograph. I was like, yeah. Then that just started letting me know like how serious it was. Like it's crazy, man. Like governors, mayors, and all kind of. It was a governor that came up to me, and I didn't know that he was the governor of Kentucky. I didn't know who this dude was, but I realized he was just getting a photo. He was just getting an op.
Yeah.
It was this guy right here is the and I'm like, hey, we at shoot around. He just comes up to me. doesn't say anything prior.
He's trying to get his photo in.
Yeah,
get
he
up
said,
out
this
of there.
guy right here is the quickest guy I've ever seen since Dickie Bill. Dickie Bill is like one of the all-time great players from over here. He played for Kentucky back in the day, the same years that Jordan played for North Carolina. They was in the Final Four, played against him and all that stuff like that. Really, really good player. Super quick. So he said, I'm the quickest person he's seen since him. And I'm looking at him like, who are you? In my mind, I don't say that. But the cameras is right there, and he's all with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like...
He was finessing. Everybody's finessing, man.
Yeah, finessing. I turned and I asked my car, I said, who is that? You don't know what that is? I said, nah. Like, who is it? That's the governor of Kentucky. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, why he come?
You just got him a check somehow.
Yeah, I was just like,
definitely.
Whatever. It was
so
crazy.
people watch out for the finesse, because the finesse is out there, man. It's officially February. Man, this month a great person was born, man. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but the first letter is M and the next letter is a E. Yeah. But man, we got other people out here, man, with birthdays this month. This month we got Sir Lucius Left Foot himself, Big Boy from the group Outkast. What you feel about Big Boy, man? Andre 3000 or Big Boy?
At this
take it
point,
too long to think.
At this point,
Nah,
because
overall.
I'm depending on what you just saying overall.
Yeah. If you had to listen to either of them rap.
Oh, okay, and okay, and those I like. It's like the brown skin Mike and light skin Mike thing.
You really?
Michael Jackson for me. It's like earlier Andre, as he started getting bored with rhyming and doing a bunch of other stuff. Not a bunch of other stuff, but just I felt like when he just he just, I don't want to say quit on doing the stuff, but it's
he's uninspired.
It was like, okay, I'm uninspired to listen to it. You know, he had these verses here and there. He was popping up on stuff, and then it became a point where everybody was like, oh man, that every time he drop a verse, it's just this, it's just that. And I'm just like, well, he seems like he's getting bored, just like I felt Lil Wayne got bored after a while. But I mean,
after you said so much, what else are you really about to say? Especially when you pretty much like Lil Wayne. What else is he gonna say?
I don't feel like. Well, let me get back to your first one. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Big Boy, just because he kept going.
Okay, it's the consistency over
the consistency. I felt like what's name probably had better skills or whatever, but
Andre 3000 was just had an interview with Rick Rubin on Rick Rubin's podcast, and I guess he asked him while he wasn't making music, and Andre 3000 said, "I haven't been making music much, man." He said, "My focus is not there, my confidence is not there. I tinker a lot. I just go to a piano and set my iPhone down and just record what I'm doing, moving my fingers or whatever happens. But I haven't been motivated to do a serious project." And he says here, maybe my history is kind of handicapping. Is kind of a handicap in a way. So I'm trying to find out what makes me feel the best right now. And what makes me feel the best is when I just do these random instrumental things. They make me feel the most rebellious. So, man, the greatest creators are the greatest consumers of creation. So, like, if you don't have anything to consume, you can't output your product to the best. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm good as Andre 3000, but like, I think I was considered a pretty good at what I did, music wise, and I was just consuming everything. So my style will be a combination of a little bit of everything I've taken in.
Right.
Ever since, like, I don't really listen to music that much no more, and it influenced my creativity on making music. maybe to even spark like the mood to even want to make music.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel where he coming from. He probably trying to listen to, I don't know, man. He probably listening to too much urban music.
Yeah, I feel it too, and I don't fault him for it. In terms of who I felt could rhyme and had a better style and doing dope, who I like better as a MC, it would be him. But who would I take as an artist, and feel like they wouldn't let me down? It would be Big Boy, because he's still doing it.
See, man, but I feel like Andre still gonna pull more people because everybody know he great at what he do. So, but you just don't. It's not oversaturated. Maybe like a Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
They best stuff I think came in projects together.
Definitely.
So like with them doing their own thing now, Big Boy is he just hustling through it. But Andre 3000, when he does, if he was to drop tomorrow,
mm-hmm.
the excitement that will be built on hearing him do music is 10 times greater, man. And he gonna sell out 10 times
when they
quicker.
did the
if
joint,
he did a tour,
when they did that joint album,
Love Below,
the
Speaker
Love,
Box.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Love Below was crazy.
That was a crazy dope album, man. And
Andre 3000 give you them vibes, man. He just throw vibes at you.
He does, but I'm saying if he's done, then if he's done, depending on like to answer. Who do I like better rhyming wise? I'll say him.
Yeah.
But if you're saying something beyond that, as far as
who kept chasing, who kept trying to build it up?
Yeah, who keep going, or who do I feel like?
I feel like Andre is still rising.
Who I can depend on.
So you thinking of it more like, man, if I had to put money behind him.
If I try to book these two people separate time, who can I depend to come?
Andre first is he gonna charge you way more.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll show up. I don't feel like I feel like Andre is the type of creative where he just like, I don't want to do it, so I'm not even going. You can keep your money. I'm good. Like, I'm gonna be chilling. Me and Lauryn Hill, she gonna be late for a concert, and I just ain't coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even feel like he would take your money, and I think he pure inspiration based.
Yeah, he must. And then he's all this time he ain't been inspired.
Nah.
So I'm not inspired by people who not inspiring and don't. It's a give and take.
Yeah.
You got to give me something for me to want whatever it is that you're doing. I don't want nothing that he's doing at this point until he does it. He had to do it again for me to be like, cause sometimes you wait too long, you're gonna fall off. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So if he's creating stuff and he just ain't dropped it, that's one thing. But if he ain't doing nothing, he's just acting or whatever, cool. Let me see what you're doing on the acting front. And I ain't gonna never not be somebody who wouldn't support something that he does.
Hey.
He come out with something, I'm checking for it.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I ain't even saying that. I ain't saying that at all. And I ain't saying that I like Big Boy as an artist better than him. I'm just saying, who can I depend on? Because Big Boy took a nice little chunk of time where he wasn't doing nothing either. It ain't like he's coming every 8-9 months or every year. He's taking time in between too. And some of his stuff, I think I like the fact that he knows that he needs to have somebody with him. Yeah. He keeps Sleepy with him. If it was just him by himself, it probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and his stuff, I like it to an extent. It ain't like I love all the projects that he's come out with as a solo artist.
He a minute 30-second song changer type cat. You just be like, okay. Next. like you're not really vibing to the whole song. Right. It's like you know who else is like that?
Who?
Snoop.
Right.
Snoop is good for a verse and if the song start out with a hook, he good for a hook, a verse, and a hook, and then you just be like, man, he's not saying anything anymore. He's just talking.
Yeah.
Scuba dooba 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 dooba. Might go to Bermuda. Yeah. It just be like, man, stop, bro. You just throwing words into the air and the universe now. You wasting energy, my guy. But he usually come out the gate strong because he gonna come with a slapping beat, especially if it's a Battle Cat beat.
Battle Cat.
Oh wait, Battle Cat is crazy, man. Sometimes I get on YouTube and I just watch Battle Cat make beats in the studio, and he don't got that many videos, so I done watched them all probably like 5 times.
Right. You know who I like to watch? I don't think he's done it in a little while either. I used to like to watch Ryan Leslie create tracks in the studio.
Ryan Leslie is crazy in the studio. He turned into a production like, I like Ryan Leslie. I didn't like his songs. I'm not gonna say I didn't like his songs, but I would choose to listen to one of his producing videos,
Right.
than listen to a Diamond Girl or Addicted or something like that. Ryan Leslie is live. I feel like he one of them cats who was a super nerd, and then he got his paper, and he just like, nope, I'm gonna just be in your face with it all.
And he only releases his stuff like through his website, and he got his people all on the phone numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
He hit them when he's about to drop something, and they go, stuff go directly to him. He stay overseas. He in the tech world right now.
Bruh, databasing.
He went to Harvard at like 15.
Bruh, he was Taj Mowry. He was smart guy, and then he just got to do what he wanted to do. Drake. Like if you look back, you can see like, okay, this is a nerdy guy, like that got cool and got comfortable with himself. Like you can see it. You can see it. But yeah, he's like the first Drake.
Right. Yeah, I seen that dude take a coin jar. He had quarters, just like a bunch of quarters in it. When he was somewhere he was staying in New York. It used to be funny because there's a coolness to it and there's an obvious talent to what he's doing, but then there's just little hints,
the nerd
corniness, corniness in it. Like
no. What you see, like you know how like sometimes, okay, you might be able to draw a picture of a night sky on a white piece of paper and use the white background as the stars. What you see, that whole background is nerd. But then it's a talent level pasted on top of there, and then you get to see through that. It's like transparencies.
Right.
It's straight nerd. That's coming from straight nerd. And then he got cool, and then you see he got the money, and then like, but it's just straight nerd. That's why I like so much about it, because it show you like lately the way stuff is promoted, it's all niche promotion.
Right.
Like for a minute, everybody who was dropping music was ugly. There was the dude Welvin and ugly guys just like, we're gonna show you little chunks of like, we're gonna promote to you because you've never been spoken to. And like nerds who for real nerds can see that. I bet you if you look at his fan base, there's probably a lot of people just like him because he's sending out that vibration.
Right.
Like, come to me because we're all the same. Like,
yeah.
But I like his music, man.
Yeah.
Because he is that nerdy about it. He good at what he do.
He the crazy thing with him and with somebody else, I think Janae Aiko. I picked up on him and then got my whole household liking his music. Cause they get in the car, that's all I'm playing. Boom, that first album, the second album, and then like the kids just rocking.
He got them beats.
Yeah.
That just it feel like
beats.
Feel good, kind of big music, something to dance to. Yeah.
And then it'd be big and it'd be all of that, but then still simplistic in a way to where it's like it ain't too much going on. It's just enough going on at different times that brings it all out. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I like this dude.
It took me a while to start catching on to like if you look at some of my old sessions, it might be like 50 tracks. Like Skills used to hate mixing my stuff.
For real.
Because it was just so much emotion. It's just like I gotta layer that with that. But it wasn't organized. Like I know how to do now where like to get the effect, I know how to use maybe I'm gonna say 6. I still like a lot of tracks. But like how long does it take you to like start taking stuff off? It used to be how much stuff can you add on the track. Like, man, you hear that though? You don't hear that though? Like, and it's stuff that you obviously gonna miss because it's so much stuff.
So
like,
much, yeah.
But if you spend enough time with your craft, you start learning how to make it better by doing less.
Yeah.
Like, it used to take me so long to write a verse. I don't know how long you take to write verses, but like, I wanted it to be good so bad that I would take so long. It's kind of the same thing with like, now I would sacrifice that just to make it feel like more of a vibe and more real. How long do it take you to write a verse?
I would say well, if I'm writing something that I'm liking, because after a while, if I'm stuck or it's like I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna delete it or leave the piece that I like and just come back to it. So, but if it's something I'm going and I'm liking, especially if I got the track right there, if I sit down and I already know that this track is inspiring me, I can write a rap, a verse in probably between probably 15 to 30 minutes. Sometimes within 30 minutes, I done already dropped it. If I'm sitting there and it's just flowing out of me, I just get, and I'll be able to just drop it right then and there. But then there's, like I said, there's times when I write stuff and I just stop. I might have 8 bars, 6, 7 bars, 12 bars, and I put the phone up. I'll come back the next couple days or something. Yeah. And then finish it off. So, but then if I'm doing a song by myself, then there's gonna be another verse. Then there's gonna be the hook, you know what I'm saying, or whatever else I'm gonna put with it. If it's all me, like if I'm not gonna have somebody else on it, I can do like a verse. Well, really, the one song I did, I came up with the hook, did both verses, probably within an hour and a half, and then just went away from it. Came back the next day to see if I liked everything that I did.
Yeah. You got them days too where you record something, and at the time maybe you had your little sippy dippy, huh?
Yep.
And you'll be like, oh my God, that was amazing. You wake up that next morning, anxious to play it. You running to go play it. Like,
yeah.
You still listen to yourself a lot?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, man, I think that's part of the thing to keep your craft alive is like listening back to yourself. It's weird, but I feel like it's definitely necessary, man. Music is such a narcissistic creation, man.
Yeah. Because
a lot of the songs that we making, it's like just gloating, self-gloating, stuff about me. One thing I see that's creeping up in the scene, it's a lot of people doing like edu hip-hop. Like, have you heard the new song E40? E40 got a new song on his new album, and it's called I Bet You Didn't Know.
Yeah, bet you didn't.
Yeah, did you hear it? Or you just know the sample?
Yeah, I heard it. Cause I think you mentioned it to me before.
He
I bet you didn't know that.
He's telling you like hacks to life. It's not like he's actually giving you usable information. Like, I bet you didn't know you could put your kids on your credit card to help boost their credit score. Like, he's telling you like you could take a bottle of wine to a restaurant and pay the corkage fee in a restaurant. Like, he just dropping knowledge on you. I think that's a good way to go. Yeah. Because you can't beat anything. You learn your ABCs in rhythm. Anything you can learn in rhythm is gonna stick, or it's just gonna, I feel like it impact people way deeper. Right. All promotions on TV is musically musical. Like, what's the one? Empire from 8 to 300 Empire. Like, I wouldn't know that if it wasn't to our there's a a spot on my rug. Ooh, it's really bugging me. Join in if you know it. I call in the experts. They clean carpets carefully. In and out in no time flat, my carpet looks like new. Carpet cleaning experts are great at what they do. Hey!